back to my channel, The Blended Homemaker. I'm so happy you're here. Raising children with an ex-spouse in two separate households can be a real challenge, and I would venture to say it's one of the most difficult things that you might do as a parent. So, I am here to encourage you and inspire you to keep going and to follow God's path for your journey. With me today is my wonderful husband, Brad.
Hello.
I would say he is the world's best stepdad. He too grew up in two separate households and had multiple stepdads himself. So I think that's why he is so good at this role of being a step parent and tackling that role within our family dynamic. So we are here together today to talk about the holidays and all the bumps in the road that the holiday season can bring upon your co-parenting journey. So, honey, what is the number one advice that you would give step parents regarding the holiday season?
I think just it's definitely a challenge. The holiday season can be a big challenge, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Mm-hmm. And we need to make sure that, first and foremost, we include, we give our family the best, meaning our kids as well. And that doesn't always mean presents and all that. I think those are all great things and can be a great blessing. But I think most important is putting our family together, and keeping us strong as individuals, as parents, and our kids as well, and allowing them to, putting ourselves in their shoes sometimes. I remember as a kid having different, go to 2 or 3 Christmases a day on Christmas Day. So, it wasn't like you woke up and you got to relax and, leisurely open your presents and you stay under that one roof all day. You would hit up multiple houses, and although you would probably acquire a lot of presents, it was pretty stressful at times. So it didn't always bring out the best. It wasn't always the most positive, and I think I learned from that. And sometimes it can be negative for us at times. You can have maybe a negative thought here or there because you're like, all of our kids should be under one roof, and or we shouldn't have to accommodate, maybe a separate day for celebrating Christmas. But I think just reflecting back and calling a spade, that not everything's perfect in life. We all know that, and we have to strive through these things and lift each other up through that. And then God gives us the encouragement that we need. And I know that sometimes it hasn't always been positive for us as parents, and we always seem to keep our head up though, and we stay strong through it. God really encourages us, and so I'm really appreciative that Britt's always taken the initiative to be a strong woman, and I've always tried to be the strong stepdad, so to speak. And but that can be really difficult sometimes. Doesn't always, Christmas morning, sometimes it can be a little negative, but just don't let it be a reflection of the entire day. Make sure that you change that, and let God correct you a little bit. Humble yourself and put yourself in your kids' shoes, and I put myself in my wife's shoes. It isn't always the easiest when you wake up and your 2 kids are in a different household, and so we transition through those things and make the best out of them. And it's been over 10 years, and we have done that for the most part, and we'll continue to do that. But I would encourage any of you step parents to do the same thing, and just pray about it and make sure that you're staying encouraging to one another as a husband and wife, as well as kids. Kids are important too. So
yeah. So in a nutshell, you would say try to put yourself in everyone else's shoes, right? Put yourself in the shoes of your spouse, whose children are not there to celebrate that special holiday event, and to put yourself as the spouse of as the parent of the children that aren't there, to put yourself in the shoes of the step parent, and what they're feeling and what they're going through, and as well as your children, because your children are able to be with both of their parents. Your children are only able to be with one. So how does that feel? Or like Brad said, maybe maybe your child is able to be with with both parents that day, but they're going from house to house to house, which, like you said, can be really stressful because you're just kind of always on the edge of your seat, knowing that you're about to have to leave. You can't really just relax and enjoy the day.
Absolutely.
And you're just constantly having to transition throughout the day to fit in the holiday schedule with both parents and all family members. So I think that's really good advice, honey, just to keep everything into perspective, not to stay me focused, but to keep everything in perspective and the feelings and thoughts of the family as a whole. And when those negative thoughts come, to get rid of them.
Get rid of them.
Right?
Discard them right away.
Don't let them stay.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't stay there. Don't dwell in them.
And I think just being transparent, like being transparent. I mean, we might all live under one roof, but we have our own thoughts and feelings, and we all have our own challenges as well. So we have challenges together as a family, which we conquer as a family. But then in addition to that, we have separate challenges that we all have to face. I might be more concerned about work, or Britt might be more concerned about the kids' school or keeping the house up, and a lot of responsibilities around here. So we all have different challenges, and I think trying to accommodate and helping one another through them. Maybe it's taking on another project or helping out your spouse, whether it's your wife, your husband, either way. We try to do that, work together, and we seem to do pretty well with it. I'm sure there's always room for improvement from us, but we try to encourage one another. That's the biggest thing, and don't hold on to the frustration. So,
good advice.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining me.
You're welcome,
I had to twist his arm to get him on here.
Twisted it right off.
But from our family to yours, we just want to say Merry Christmas, and may the Lord be with you and bless you greatly within this new year.
Amen.
God bless.